Alright, so here we are on the final video of our WordPress setup, and in this video what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to pull username and stuff from our password from a file, one that we've already saved. So we're going to go with the help of macros for the username. First thing you want to do is take the line from a file where you have your username, and I use username. First I have the URL, username, and password set up with a semicolon. So what I'm doing here is I'm just pulling a random string. You can put a counter in here so you can pull a different string number. That way you can post to different blogs. And what you do is you pull that random file and then you use it in your string processing to split the file. And I've used a semicolon as a separator. So, and since I used the username as the second part of the string, again the website was the first part, username second, password third, and we're going to pull that up. We're going to do the same thing with the password. Use the same, you want to make sure that you use the same number, pull the same file that you're using here. And like again I said, you can use a counter and just set it up to where it'll pull the username and password from the same string in the file. Again, you copy that and then you go to your strings processing and split and put that as your input string. And again, like I said, I use the semicolon. So, and this time we want to use the password as the part, so that would be the second, because Zennoposter uses 0, 1, and 2, 3, 4, etc. 0 is always first. Here's another little trick that I'm going to show you. When you can't get when you have a drop down like this and you can't get it to select the link, if you right click on it and go to call event, and what you're doing is you're controlling the mouse on the instance. Right click on it and you press on mouse unclick or on mouse click, and that will click the link for you and pull the drop down, and then you can click the link. Here I'm going to use syntax to put my title in. So I'm going to go with the help of macros again. We're going to open the macros builder and we're going to pull something from one of the files and then put that in the syntax. So here I pull syntax and we're going to do the input string from the files and directories just like we did username and password. We're going to take a line from the file, and this will be your titles or whatever you have. So here I have bass guitar titles, and all of the lines are, I have lines of spin titles in here. So you got to take that random string number, doesn't really matter what you have in here. We're going to copy that and then put that as our input string into the strings processor in the syntax, and that way it'll pull up a line from the file, spin it, and it'll put it into your post title. And then again I'm going to use syntax here in the post body. Watch along here with the help of macros. Open the macros builder. We're going to pull a block of text because I have my syntax in blocks of text, and the separator or delimiter, you can have whatever you want in here, and Zennoposter will recognize it. So if you have a colon in between your blocks of text, the syntax text, then it'll recognize that. Here I'm just putting nothing because I have nothing in between the blocks. So we'll pull a random block up and then go to strings processing, and we'll use that as the input string and set it up, and there you go, there's the post body. Now you can, I told you I'd use the HTML Zennoposter in WordPress will recognize you're clicking on the HTML bar. So you can do that first if your syntax is going to have links in it or links to images. You can use it. So again, all you have to do is, if you'll see here, I'll just click the HTML button and Zennoposter will recognize the click. And what you can do after this is you can copy everything to your template editor. Again, right here I'm going to show you again, you're going to right click on the link, because when you press on it, it doesn't drop down. So call event on click, because you'll see that when I click on it, Zennoposter doesn't recognize that I clicked on it. But when you put the on click on there, the event click, it will pull the drop down, and then you can press any button that you want and it'll record it. I'm going to go back to the blog now, and what I usually do is, after I've ran through a few posts, I'll go in and scrape the page and take all the URLs to my links there. But right now what you need to do is, since there's nowhere in here where I have set up the actual link to my blog, I put a step branch in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to split the string again, same one, and like I said, you can use a counter or whatever you want to do. Just make sure that if your URL is first, you put in 0 as the number of the part, and that way I have the URL to the blog, because you're going to need it in here to go into where some of the regular expressions recognizes the links on the blog itself, because of course you're not going to have Dave's Guitar Tips 24 for every blog that you're posting to. So I just go down, make sure I find where it has a link in the regular expression to my blog, and you just paste that result of that string processing into there, where it'll put your URL in there. Just going to go down through all of the branches here and make sure that I get all of the links. Here's another one here on the logout. You want to make sure that you put that in there, and also on when you go back and to scrape your page, make sure that you put that result of that, getting the URL from the text file in here, or else you're going to get an error. So just click through all of them, all your steps, and make sure that you have got all of the links in the right place. And in the next video, I want to show you how to delete duplicate lines in the text file with a counter and a string processing.